Yeah, this is part of our program we call Bluefish, and it's an amazing program. And you spoke earlier about having, you know, how do you control product and get the freshest product to your table. There's nothing fresher than when you can go out and get it yourself. So our owner, Jeffrey Sofer, actually went out and invested in a 44-foot boat and a crew. So we go out about an hour offshore, we fish, we bring it back in, and we serve it to you. It's just an amazing process, and it ensures that the product is no more than a day
I know
out
it
of the
takes a
water.
lot more time, but to me that's fishing responsibly, because you guys know what you need here fresh.
That's
You're
right.
not overfishing, you're not out there trying to be a part of buying these great mass loads of fish. You know what people are going to get, and you keep them in those tanks below.
That's right.
So they're still alive.
That's right. That's right.
By the time they get, you know, ready for prep.
Exactly.
So what are some of the secrets to putting the flavors that you've put with it, with the yellowtail snapper, so folks at home understand how they might be able to kind of mimic this at home a little bit?
Well, it's a dual teaching. If you know how to cook fish with skin, you know how to cook duck breast. It's the exact same process. You put it skin side down, low heat, a little bit of oil, and you let it cook 3/4 of the cooking on the skin side.
That keeps it nice and crispy on the bottom,
Nice and crispy
right?
and flat on the bottom.
Okay.
And you look for the color on the outside. You see that it starts to firm up on the outside. That albumin starts to peek through a little bit. When you're still a bit translucent on the top, you flip that over just for a quick finish. Marlon's got a little bit of olive oil in there. He's got some oregano, some fresh thyme, some bay leaf, and he's also got a lemon and a lime half that he puts in to help accent it as it's going through the cooking process.
You know what's incredible about this, and Anaridis, take a look at that. There's nothing really extra added onto it. We're talking about the fish and the flavor.
And I wish there were sensors on the camera lens so people at home can smell what we're smelling. It's absolutely delightful. We were talking off camera about how you can tell how fresh a fish is when you're out in the market. Explain that to us.
Yeah, I mean, the number one sign that most people don't get to see, because fish doesn't often get that quickly, is they have a gel that secretes from the skin that actually acts as a lubricant and helps them propel through the water. If you see that, that's actually the freshest sign. When we pull fish out in the boat, we pull them out, they've got that on there for the first 2-3 hours.
What does that look like? I mean, you're almost telling me to look for the slimy fish. Is that what you're telling me
It's
to look
almost
for?
if you put aloe vera on your skin after you had too much sun. That's what it would look like.
Unbelievable.
Exactly,
okay, that's a really good tidbit.
So the next sign you look for is the eyes. The eyes should be very clear, firm, nice and bright, and that's going to last for about a day to 2 days. After that, you look at the gills. You look for that nice bright red color in the gills there. Those are the signs. That takes you to about 3 days. My recommendation, when you're buying fish, buy whole fish. If you have a market where you can get it, always whole, because what happens is after the fish is 2 or 3 days, they'll take the head off, they'll fillet it, because then you lose those signs. You can't really get the indicator anymore.
Okay, so you really and truly, when you see a fillet like that and you see it packed and wrapped in plastic, there's no way to know whether you're getting fresh. So go for the whole fish. Can I at least get them to take the head off there?
You can do that, yes. They should do that for you. They should do that for you, yeah. Because if you don't have those signs, then you have to tell by the smell, and that's not good.
Can we get to tasting? We only have 90 seconds to the break.
Absolutely.
All right, let's get this thing plated up. Wow, what would we put on it specially to plate it?
Well, we're just going to do a little bit of arugula and some baby heirloom tomatoes here. So we just got a few that have been cooked in confit. You can see here, just slightly cooked in a little bit of garlic oil.
Okay.
And then we've got some fresh ones here as well that we just put in here. We're going to dress this with just a little bit of olive oil and a little bit of a red wine vinegar. All these neat little bottles that work for us so well.
This is exactly how I would cook at home, Sam.
That's right.
This is so fresh.
And just a little bit of torn basil in the rustic Italian style. Just tear that basil and throw it in there so it's nice and loose and gives you a good flavor impact. A little bit of fresh black pepper.
All right.
Okay. Marlon, can you give a touch of salt, please? Thank you, sir. It's nice to have a cooking buddy.
Yeah.
That's right.
Always
so just a little bit of mix through there, okay? Now we've taken the arugula that we're going to put with it and actually made a puree out of it just to give another
pour it up
aspect
in
to
the just arugula period. Okay.
That's right. This is actually just very, very quickly blanched in boiling water, taken out, and then iced right away.
Okay, look at that at home, because I've always wondered how to do that. Just put the dab down on the plate and drag the spoon all the way across.
That's right.
That's beautiful. I'm learning stuff from you all the time, Chef Thomas.
We only have 30 seconds left.
All right, and there you go.
It's like a cook-off.
Plating it up.
There you go, perfect.
Chef Thomas, Chef Marlon, right here. This is fresh, fresh, fresh. There's nothing added extra. There's no heaviness to it.
No, very light dish.
It looks amazing. A-Rod will test it. And we'll also tell you, Mike came up with a great drink suggestion, and your team here actually brought it to life.
Yes.
So later on in the show, it was Mike Bettis live, and it comes right to a cocktail.
That's breakfast in Miami.
Ah!
Oh, yeah.
We'll be right back.